Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and the abominations of the earth. What does this have to do with this beast whose deadly wound was healed? The first beast whose deadly wound was healed. The two-horned beast exercised all the authority of the first beast, and he has those who dwell on the earth to make an image of the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. Now, what does that have to do with Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth? Well, to understand that, you have to know what this right here is talking about. Who is the first beast whose deadly wound was healed? There was a resurrection of an empire here whose deadly wound was healed. The first beast. To find this out, you have to go back and you have to find out, well, what is Babylon? Where does this term Babylon come from? Well, the term Babylon comes from the word Babel. And it was the empire, the first empire, that separated itself from God's people, was began by a man named Nimrod, a Cushite. And he created the very first empire. And the name of the empire he named Babel. It says, Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. This word before means against in the translation. Therefore it is said, like Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel. Okay, and then you learn more about this Babylon all through Israel's history as they come into contact with this nation Babylon. And they sent a prophet to them named Jeremiah. And Jeremiah has a mission that God sends him on to Babylon and to warn of Babylon's destruction here in 50 and 51, which these two chapters are also prophetic about the last Babylon. But and in Daniel, where Daniel reveals the king's vision of a statue with a head of gold, and this head of gold represents Babylon as the first beast, the first kingdom. So there you have again. There's another witness that Babylon is the first empire. The first empire. They broke away from God and their people. Nimrod was the great-grandson of Noah. So they broke away from God's people and he created an empire. He wanted to be king of the earth. So this is where the trouble of Babylon began. And then you come on back to the book of Revelation, and John says in chapter 17, in verse 5, he says, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. See, she rides in on a seven-headed beast. This is her symbolically. See, she comes in genetically through this seven-headed beast. Through the seven-headed beast. So in the end, see, this chapter 17 is actually parallels with this chapter 13. What John is doing is like, he's painting you a picture right here of something that went on, or something that was going to go on before his time. Some of it was already going on, but he's giving you a picture of this thing that's going to happen with these empires. And chapter 13 paints a picture, and what chapter 17 does with the same beast, the same seven-headed beast with 10 horns. He don't show you a two-horned beast, but he shows you a harlot. See, she's evolved into this harlot. And at the very end of the age, she's this harlot that comes out of this seven beast system, these seven consecutive empires. And she's kind of like, you might call her the genetic seed of the very last empire, with all of its empire and its religion and all of its, doings of the old empire. She has all the trappings of this old empire, and then some. She's worldwide by this time. So, in order to understand what this means, you've got to know what Babylon was. And in order to understand that, once you say, well, Babylon was the first beast, then that's what John is talking about right here when he says, in chapter 13, he says the first beast, and they make an image to the first beast. So she is the image, see. She is the image of the first beast, and she'll have, by the end, what actually comes out of her, you will see the mark of the beast on this this image of Babylon and this image of Nimrod that she creates, that comes out of her. So that's what Babylon the Great, the mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. She corrupts the earth with her empire, and it turns over 7 times, and then one more final time on a global scale, the eighth kingdom that it talks about over here comes out of her, and this 8th kingdom destroys her and rules the world. And that is who fights Christ at his return, those 10 kings.